Right.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Give a Sister a Hug. This your girl, author Erica, and I'm on today with a few of my friends. Today is we're gonna talk about um what's going on in our world, and that means as far as business wise, everything that we have going on, and what's the future looking like for us. So I want everybody to introduce themselves, and we're gonna go from there. Start with Monica.
Hi, I'm Monica. I am the founder of the Unseen Cry LLC. You want me to tell what I have going on?
All right, who's next? Kim.
Oh, hi. I'm Kim. I'm the founder of Quality Day Foundation. We are a nonprofit for domestic violence.
Hey, Kim. Jennifer.
Hi. I am Janifer. I am the owner of Rosemary's Secrets and Rosemary's Baby Part 2.
Thanks, Jen. Keisha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Keisha Bowie, and I'm currently hosting Closet Talk by Keisha Bowie. And right now, I have a Facebook page going. I'll be working on a YouTube page and also, I'm sorry, yeah, YouTube and Instagram. And I have some other projects coming up that I'd rather just keep quiet about until I get it going further.
All right. And I'm your girl, author Erica. I'm the host for tonight, and I have a lot of stuff going on. So tonight we're gonna talk about all our endeavors that we have going on. And I know many of us have a lot going on. And we're going to talk about where we at and where we going for the future. And I'll start it off. As you all know, I have The Journey, my book. That's my baby. The journey is about my life. I have the journey back from domestic violence. I have the journey of love and relationship podcast, and also give a sister a hug that I'm just starting off with. And right now, I'm just working on my new book that's coming out this at the end of this year, which is Sister I Got Your Back. That's my new adventure that's gonna be happening pretty soon. And also for 2020 for me, I have a new kids book that's gonna be coming out in 2022. So I have a lot going on and hoping to expand my podcast doing different topics on the journey of love and relationship, and just keep pushing the journey back from domestic violence. Also, if you guys didn't check it out on YouTube, I actually told my story on why I started the journey of back from domestic violence. So you might want to go check that out. That's a good thing. So that's what author Erica, have going on right now. All right, Monica, you next.
Okay, so um, I started the Unseen Cry LLC in July, and I started it because I wanted to write a book about my story with domestic violence. So that is in the works. It is currently in the editing phases, which is I'm happy about. So I'm thinking, hoping and praying that's going to be released early 2021. We currently have a kind of fundraiser, I guess, going on for the month of October. We partnered with since Love 40. She made candles, and I was buying candles from her, and I just decided, why not? Has my logo on it and things like that, and it's doing really well right now. So that's something we have going on. The Unseen Cry book or story is going to be a three-part series. So I'm excited about that. We have some merchandise that's going to be coming out that we've started on. I'm excited because I got an email today that some of it's already being shipped. So
Wow.
I had a Zoom call this week with Fort Grambling State University. I was their guest speaker to start off their week, to do domestic violence awareness, at their school. And I've also been contacted by other local organizations here in Dallas to do some more guest speaking. So I'm excited about that.
So what's going on for 2020, 2021 rather?
2021, my goal is to have the book out, and once I've already started on the second book, because it's my story, so I can write it. I can continue writing and writing because it's my story.
Right.
So continue our mentorship on our mentorship program, and continue to build and partner with more nonprofit organizations that cater to victims of domestic violence. I want to build more on male victims and survivors
Gotcha.
because they are not looked at as prevalent as women.
Right.
So I want to focus more on males, not ignoring the women because obviously I'm a woman and I'm a survivor, but I want to build more on helping men and letting them know that we are not ignoring you. We are here for you as well. So, getting the organizations to realize, can we like start, opening up doors for our males?
Gotcha. That's cool. Next,
Who's going next?
I
you.
guess I'll go next.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, hi everyone. Like I said, my name is Keisha Bowie. Basically, I started Closet Talk by Keisha Bowie as a coping system for me being disabled and everything. And it was supposed to like just be something that was just to pass my time and everything, but I didn't realize all the inboxes and everything, the stopping and talking and everything that I got from people. And like basically, um I'm talking about things that people like I'm literally in my closet, like talking like as if I'm confessing what's going on with
Right.
me to people, but I'm doing it privately in the closet so no one could really see me to where I can be comfortable. But some of the things that I talk about is like everyday issues about like people being afraid to speak out in public, overcoming domestic violence because I'm a survivor. I went through that. Talking about supporting our youth, meaning that's a topic that's going to be coming up more. Meaning, like when kids get 13 years or older, they tend to want to throw them away. They could do for themselves. We don't have to be there as parents. So that'll be more I'll be coming up with. Also, I did have surgery before, back surgery. So I'm gonna be speaking on surgery, like how I started getting myself together afterwards. People who are thinking about who's in a position they're hurting right now, they may need to have surgery. I'm gonna talk on it to make them feel more comfortable. Self-esteem issues, and then also to self accountability. And another topic that's going to be really, really serious that's going to be coming up Sunday is basically when someone tries to expose you and the way you handle it in the end. And I'm going to be telling my truth, which is the backstory behind what really happened. Because when you get in the public eye, people tend to want to come out and be like they know you and they want to say, yeah, well, this happened. No, bruh. I'm going to tell what happened from day
Right.
one. So also to another as I get comfortable and as I see that I'm reaching more out to people, I'm going to talk about the biggest thing in my life that I never talked to with people that only my family knew. And I was raped when I went to Xavier University. So eventually I'm going to talk about that, but I'm working my way on up because I know that that's something that needs to be discussed. So it's a lot of things that I'm talking about that I just want people to know that, hey, you can survive. Because at one point I wanted to kill myself. I'm not going to even lie. So I want to talk to things that's going to help people live, that's going to help them want to make it and stuff. And my greatest goal is to become the greatest motivational speaker ever. So I see it in myself, and God has shown me that I'm going to be talking to big stadiums of people I'm not going to be able to count. So
Put it in the
I'm
atmosphere.
got things coming. Oh.
Next.
Can't hear anybody.
I am so sorry, y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
But
I couldn't hear the last part
have
of what Keisha was saying.
but no, that was it. I'm just gonna continue to keep working hard, and I have like 541 followers now, so my goal is 700 by the end of October. So I'm just gonna keep pushing and praying. So,
What made you started talking the closet, doing the closet?
girl, Erica Roberts is what made me start talking out. But also
Y'all
too, there's so
horrible.
much that I'm learning, and I just want to help other people because Jennifer know when she first met me, I was the most unfriendliest creature there is. So I'm learning how to talk to people, and um, to me, I just wanted to earn my degrees and just live in peace. I didn't think that I was gonna be helping people, so God showed me, and I'm just gonna keep going. And every time I wanted to quit, that was Jennifer. He sent Jennifer because Jennifer got me back in church. So
That's good. What's 2021 looking like for you?
um fire speaking engagements, meaning they gonna know my name.
I heard that. All right, Kim, let's see it.
Excuse me 1 second, y'all.
Mhm. All right, Kim,
Okay, my turn.
your time.
Oh, okay. What was the question?
What you doing?
What's going on in your world? That's what's
My
going on with Quality Day Foundation.
okay. Sorry. Um, so let's see where we in October. So right now we are running it's called The Invisible Woman, that we're raising funds for women that have breast cancer and also dealing with domestic violence. So we're helping paying medical bills, and the most popular thing really is the. Can y'all hear me? Is this
Yeah, we can hear you.
okay? The most popular thing is the spa days. You know, take them to, get them a mani and pedi, little massage. You know, grab a little snack or something at the end, because I'm not going into no restaurant. I ain't doing that. But we'll grab a little snack or something. So we're doing that for the month of October. Um, we're getting ready to roll out. I don't know what it's gonna be named yet, but something for Christmas, because Christmas is my holiday. So do something that's gonna. We're probably gonna adopt some kids.
Okay.
I just don't know how many, but we're probably gonna adopt some kids for Christmas, because that's my favorite.
You gonna adopt me?
Uh, yeah, I can adopt you. Yeah,
Okay.
I can do that.
Okay.
What else is going on? That's pretty much it, kind of, for this year. Still in the process of trying to find a building. With this whole pandemic and people being, shady, and I'm
Yeah.
saying that politely,
Yes.
that I'm not finding what I'm looking for, and I just don't have time for this, really. So hopefully, I wanted to say like January, but it's gonna be looking like maybe it's gonna be springtime by the time I find a building that we can actually open. But I'm gonna keep praying on it, and let him do his job.
Right.
What else?
Be the purpose.
Oh, don't do that. So we partner with, well, I partner with Beat the Purpose. So Beat the Purpose, what she does is she helps make bracelets. We have inspirational bracelets, or you can customize it any way that you want. Have your own inspiration word. Customize your way. Um, we do that. So whatever, the bracelets that are bought, um, pretty much the proceeds come to Quality Day Foundation, and that helps take care of a survivor, Duke, because she's a survivor herself.
So what's
Uh,
2021 looking like for Quality Day?
we're gonna stay above ground. That's what
Don't
we.
Quality Day have something else going on too, huh?
We're not gonna talk about that one. We're gonna wait on that one.
We do want to talk about that one, though.
Oh, okay.
We want to talk about that one because that's
Well,
going to happen in 2021.
we'll talk about that one.
Can I say, Miss Jen, your building is coming. Your building is coming.
Yeah, her building is coming in.
Yeah.
Also, her book is coming out too.
I'm glad you ain't exposed me, shucks. I'm
So
glad you ain't
y'all
exposed
these
me.
uncles.
Yeah, we all about to be some authors out here. Yeah, Erica, again, Erica. Oh, I think you should, start this. Mine is not really gonna be like a book like everybody else's. Mine is gonna be mainly like an activity book. And it's gonna be for middle school to high schoolers because domestic violence starts,
Hmm.
with the preteens. And, even though I'm older than all y'all, but I can remember, being in middle school and watching, different people in and out of relationships and how, these young little boys was doing us little girls. So it's something that needs to be taught in school along with teaching them about their credit, but what a healthy relationship looks like. So thank you, Erica.
You're quite welcome.
That's
I'm
it.
happy I always close my mouth and don't tell you what I'm doing, Erica. Ooh, you dirty.
Real dirty.
I mean, it's happening, and we want it to be out there. It's okay. It's gonna be something that's gonna be educational for our kids, and like she said,
Yes.
we need to start really educating them on signs and what's going on, and that's what Quality Day Foundation workbook is gonna be about: teaching and educating our youth about what's going on with domestic violence, and not just having them in a light about it.
You know
Right.
what,
Thank
Miss
you.
Jessica? You always put fire under people behind, so I
Oh, she.
appreciate that.
Oh, she. You love her.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
All
Give
right,
everybody a hug.
Jennifer, our good friend Jennifer. We saved the best for last, y'all.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, what's going on, Jen?
Well, I'm trying to close this year out. I've moved from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, so I'm trying to revamp here. So it's just kind of like restarting over, and in the midst of a pandemic, plus, my son, this is his second to last year, trying to regroup my business, trying to get him, whatever college he may want to attend. Um, but so for my business, I brought a building. I will be opening my bakery next year.
Yes.
And a beautiful bakery at that, a beautiful
um,
bakery.
Thank you.
Yes.
Where's Keisha gonna be at? And she gonna bring her bird.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a handicapped worker.
I hope she paying disability too.
Yeah.
For the bird. So, um, you know, um, it's, um, it's a lot, um, for this building to be like remodeled and set up the
Hmm.
way, you know, that I would like. Um, Also, I'm still doing orders. I still deliver between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. We have new cheesecakes coming out. I have a Chantilly cheesecake that's coming out.
Wow.
Um, we have a red velvet that's coming out.
Oh,
We have a sweet potato that's coming out.
oh my.
Um, it
Now
is
you gonna be getting people fat.
well, we're not diet conscious here. You know,
I see that.
okay, but I mean, how do you think I feel? Because I have to make these things.
No more photo look, no more photo shoots with all these cheesecakes, cause Lord have mercy. That praline
Yeah,
cheesecake,
you
everybody,
know,
I just want to say that praline cheesecake that I ordered from my sister, That was the best cheesecake ever. Y'all get at
Thank
her. Get at her,
you.
please.
I appreciate that. I started um Rosemary Secrets on the strength of, like many of you, trying to deal with the passing of my grandmother because, when she closed her light, I saw a lot of darkness, and I just wanted to be with her, kind of like I just did not have kids or anybody else. She was my constant. She kept me really from killing a lot of people and really kept me out of jail a little longer. So,
I
you
tried
know,
not to laugh.
so I mean, in a way, losing her, I guess, helped me to see a lot of things that I was going through. And baking was something that me and her did. Actually, she started me to baking because it would calm me down when I was angry. She'll tell me, sit here and punch this dough. She'll just bake dough and tell me, here, sit here
Mhm.
and do this dough and don't move until you feel like you can calm down.
That's how you learned how to fight.
No, I was like that before the dough. It was just her way of telling me to, like that's how, like I was just started, like in the kitchen with her, and then between her, my other grandmother and my mom. So like we all bake. Um my grandmother on my dad's side taught me how to do pralines. This woman will take a huge pot and she will bring out almost 68 100 pralines out of one.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wait,
And
what's a parlay? I'm sorry. What's that?
Pecan candy.
huh,
What
pecan
a what?
candy.
Pecan candy?
It's sugar, butter, and milk and
Oh,
pecans.
Kim, you didn't know what that was?
no, because I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not from
Cause you
Dallas.
know what?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna mail him some pecan candy because she's just like she don't what?
She don't know what
Yeah.
pecan candy is.
Girl, you should have told me. You should have told me that last week when she said mine. I could have arranged you some up.
Oh,
I could have.
girl.
So I'm gonna have to ship Kim some candy
Oh,
because so she can know what like really good pecan candy is. Because I don't want you to get a hold of some bad ones and be like, nah, I don't want that.
You
oh,
gonna eat
So
the whole bag, I promise you. You gonna eat the whole bag.
oh.
Cause she
thank
sent it to
y'all.
us before and I ate it. I hid it from him and I ate it.
Oh, oh,
Hmm.
Yes, see, I did that too. Um, but in 2021, is my anniversary, so and it's on my grandmother's birthday.
okay.
So it's gonna be a celebration of her life. I've been really wanting to do a show on her birthday, but it just never fell on a weekend. So this is the first year that it actually fell on a weekend since she's been gone, and my building's coming up. So by the summer of 2021, my building will be finished.
Whoa. So we got a lot of stuff going on around here.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. So that means we all been working and doing what we supposed to be doing, huh? So let me
yes.
ask y'all ladies this, and I know for me, how has 2020 changed since this pandemic, y'all business, the way y'all been doing business? I know for me, 2020 have been good because my book sales have picked up. So how have 2020 been for you ladies with this pandemic, with y'all business or what y'all have going on?
So I can say for me, our calls and emails have increased. That's not a good thing. I'm sorry, it's not. That's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just trying to figure out with this whole pandemic is only certain places they can go if they have availability. and 9 times out of 10 they don't have any availability at this time.
Mm.
One, because it's COVID. Two,
Mhm.
because they don't have any space.
Right.
So we need more facilities to house, these men and women that are going through domestic violence. um
Yes.
so the emergency fund, let's just say that, is is up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Next.
I kind of think that, um, well, majority of this season, um, I was sick like right towards the
Mm-hmm.
tail ending, like May, June, July. So, um, but while I was under, I kind of took that time out to, see what changes I needed to make,
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, in my business, like how I want to revamp, was it time for me to do my own building, space,
Mm-hmm.
and what did I want to do with it, like where did I actually want to be, you know? Um, we really didn't too much um stop. It picked up, a lot when I, like kind of got better.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom bakes too. So, if I had orders, she would help me,
Oh,
you
that was
know.
good.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Blessing.
yeah, it's really good that, she could have helped me with, the ones that would come in. Even something that small is, I'm grateful for,
Right.
because I couldn't have got that, you know. So I really kind of think that for everyone, 2020 really should have been a time to kind of reflect on your,
What's going on?
life and your business. Like this
Mm-hmm.
should have been really the time for you to get your business plans together. And, like Keisha, she sat there and she started a whole talk show in the closet.
I know. So that means 2020 have been
You
good
know,
for Keisha.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
when I saw it, I told her, I was like, girl, you are Kelly in the closet or something. What are you doing? Because I was like, what's she doing in the closet? Baby, why you in the closet?
Oh man.
But she started her business. Monica started her business in July. I mean, Kim is helping, people, do this
Mm-hmm.
domestic violence because a lot of the abusers wasn't going to work. And when
They
they
was
didn't work,
home.
that's when they
Right.
started their business,
Mm-hmm.
you
Absolutely right.
know. And well, Erica, everybody got a book to read.
Yeah, and
Uh,
even with starting, will give a sister a hug, even though it was virtual, but it was a place for them to come to get away from that because that's what a sister give a sister a hug is about, a place where it's safe, get
Yeah.
together and leave all that other craziness behind and just kind of focus
Yeah.
on you. So
Yeah.
I'm glad for give a sister a hug, and I'm also happy for Keisha. She found that little niche, not just have because she could have just sat down and did anything and just went and walked in her pain, but she found something to use her pain to turn into her purpose to get to help other people. So Keisha, talk about that. Like we know that it changed. Like, how did it change your life as far as starting that? Just like, what was that thought behind it? Well, I'm just gonna go in the closet and just start talking, or like, what was
Yeah.
that?
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but at one point, I was like 175 pounds, like around the surgery time, and then I lost dramatically. Like Jennifer could tell you, because we got into it one time. She was telling me about my tights, and I got offended because of I suffer from major depression, but I went from like 175 down to 135, and the psychiatrist had told me if I keep going at the route that I'm going, you're gonna die. And so
Wow.
I never knew. my purpose, and I used to always pray and I used to ask God, because the last time I worked was actually in, I want to say, August the 7th, 2014. I got fired,
Mm-hmm.
and um I got fired while I was on workman's comp. And so
Wow.
yes, you heard me
Which is
right.
illegal.
Right. So you heard me right. So it's like I've been struggling, and I would always, like, I talk to these psychiatrists, and I would go to my appointments, workman's comp appointments, I would go to the neurologist, I would all these different places, and I always run across people that were like me.
Right.
And one day I was just like, you know what? I'm going to use this as a coping mechanism, because I already had one back surgery, but I'm waiting for my next surgery. And I'm going to tell you, with pain is no joke, because with workman's comp, you got to wait for approvals and stuff. And then you
Yeah.
have to find a way not to drive yourself crazy while you're working. And that's when Closet Talk came in, because I actually started August the 15th of this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, like, I'm on 541 followers, and I'm gonna tell you, like, for anybody that's willing to do something, like, when you want to come go somewhere like big, there's gonna be hiccups and bumps and stuff along the road, meaning, like, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna come out and want to embarrass you. I know the real
Yeah.
estate, this and that. So you gotta be prepared. When you're trying to do something big, you gotta be prepared for what comes at you. But what I learned is not to be nigga Keisha, like 21-year-old Keisha, that's gonna, be out there, like, because this is embarrassing. When I was 21, I used to be fighting and stuff, and so I learned how not to, like, yeah, you talking, okay, why you talking, I'm gonna fuck you up. So I learned not to do that, but
Right.
to be a better Keisha and stuff. And I learned, as stuff started happening to me, I learned that, okay, you have three children. I have a 15, a 16, and a 21-year-old, and I'm 42 years old right now. So my thing is, you got to handle things differently. And if you
Right.
want things out of life, you can't go around fighting everybody. Oh, I'm gonna bop the shit out of you when you walk
Yeah,
in my.
because you
You
think
can't do
you
that.
bad.
Right. So it's like, and then another thing too, um, like I said, I was at my wit's end. My friend Jennifer, who I call my sister, she got me to come back to church and stuff. And that's what saved me. And then a lot of things too. I'm gonna say this about Jennifer. When we would go places,
Oh
like, I never
Lord.
forget this. No, she was being good. She was being good. Listen, she was being good.
Thank you.
She would go places with me, and would amaze me, because I used to have high anxiety from my relationship, from my abuser. He didn't have no patience and stuff. So I'll never forget, we went to the what's that super makeup show? You
Yeah.
remember that? And they didn't have elevators, so we had to walk up the steps. And I never had somebody be that patient with me. Like, she was like walking behind me. Well, I'm gonna walk behind you just
She
in
was
case you
patient.
fall and stuff. Yes.
I'm
Wait.
Jennifer, they just
She
doing
was
you bad,
patient.
girl.
wait. I'm gonna tell you something. We done been places before being real niggas, but we was good that day. So that's why I say, you
see.
know.
What?
I can be good.
She was patient.
Yeah, she was good. So that's why I say, it's like, I took and I found my purpose, because I kept saying to myself, there gotta be a purpose, there gotta be a purpose. And then I kept praying. And the one thing, like I say, like, I'll tell anybody, this is my last thing. I'll tell anybody, when you live a life of pain, you gotta learn patience. So every day I woke up with hope that something gotta get better. But I mean, you can ask Jennifer, like, at one point, when we had no place to go, she offered us the place to go and stuff. Like, when I tell you I was down on my luck, I
Jennifer?
was down. Yes, Jennifer. So
Jennifer? Oh,
yes, she even helped me move into this place that we have now. So it's like, when I tell you, God put the right people in your life, that's why I say, I really don't want no new friends. It's them old ones that been there. Like, when I
I
ain't
don't
have
want no new
nobody to
friends
connect with.
either.
Right. Well, you, Miss Kim, you good. I'll take you. I'll take you. I'll take you too, Monica, too. Yeah, I'll take y'all. But, and
Yeah.
it's like, you know what too,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna say,
taking Kim.
Erica,
We're gonna
Erica
take you too.
allowed me, I ain't gonna lie to you, a depression was kicking back in again. And Erica kept asking me, oh, you should do a series, you should do a series and stuff. And I was like, I'm tired of Erica fucking ass. Let me do this series. So
She's a
yeah,
persistent one,
yeah,
she is. She's so persistent.
Well, I mean, if you don't have a persistent friend,
right, right. And you know what? That's why I say
She's
I
very.
appreciate you, or I appreciate you, because I never in a million years thought
I'm a
that
little
I would
annoying,
be.
but okay.
Yeah, yeah,
You can do that some days.
yes.
Y'all
Maybe
horrible. Y'all don't even appreciate y'all persistent, annoying little friend. Y'all just
I
gonna treat her like
do.
a stepchild.
I do. I
you
know
almost made my
anytime
phone
you
fail.
call, it's kind of when you get to that Jennifer, I was like, okay, well maybe that's like no. That's a no to you, you know? Fine.
I do get on Kim nerve because it's like you need to
Look
do
at
this
Kim
and you need to
patient.
kind of get this in. I do. You can tell the truth and shame the devil. I do, don't I?
No,
Well,
not
I'm
really.
gonna just tell y'all that
You get
I
messy.
I was tagged in author Erica's post when she was looking for people to do the podcast journey back from domestic violence.
Me. So I
And
was not.
when I talked to her
Mm,
over the phone
I was
to
very
see if I was,
patient.
a good candidate to be on her podcast, and I explained to her what all I was trying to do and what all I had going
And then she
on.
called me on a Sunday
She, she I emailed first. Anyway,
on a
That is
Sunday.
okay. We call
she
her.
she was
I call
very
her at
patient,
midnight and be like, Kim, be
and
like, Erica, you up?
she was very patient. She called me back,
In a
and
timely manner.
she has been there every step of the way with this book that has been the manuscript has been there, the book been finished, and it was just like, what else do I do? Like, it's done. What else do I do with it? And of course, me having work, my
Thinking
daughter going off to
she thought she was
college,
done with a book. That's what
and
she thought. We ain't
my
gonna tell her she wasn't.
back all over again parenting, because I have custody of my almost 3-year-old grandchild. I'm like, this can't be life. Like, I got goals, I got things I'm trying to do. And when I would get them texts, where you at in that book? Where you in that book? Did you contact so and so yet? Because I appreciate them, because I'm like, wait a minute.
So it's not
I'm
like I was being annoying.
not so for me, I don't have those. I have two best friends who've been one since ninth grade and one since 11th grade, and they like sisters to me. So, and other than my real biological sister, I don't have those people that are constantly saying to me, "Are you doing this? Are you doing that?" My wife, she works on the logistics side, like of my merchandise, making sure I have vendors and this, that, and the third. But as far as somebody saying something about what my babies, which are my book, nobody's not pushing for that. So to me, when I speak about what I have going on right now, I'm always saying, oh, because my friend Erica, oh, baby,
Don't do that.
my friend Kim from Quality today, ooh, now
Don't
but that
do
pecan
that.
candy to work, I was like, baby, because my friend Jennifer, when she made this pecan candy,
Don't you
so
do
like
that. Don't you?
now to me, I'm always, and my wife will tell you, I don't do, my circle is like this. I don't do new people, but for me, this is my network. Like, this is beyond network for me, because like with Kim, with her foundation, I've networked a lot, and I've done volunteer work with foundations since I've been out, organizations since I've been out here in Dallas. And the one that I've been with for the last 3 years, I've been with because they've done domestic violence and teen moms, which are two babies for me, because
Right.
I've been a part of both. But I have not found anyone that has allowed people to come in and help, that does focus on men and women.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim's Quality Day does that.
Cause she's
So,
special.
like every, it's to me, just like Keisha said, God bring people in your life for a reason, and I truly believe that. So I'm like, I mean, Erica, what I miss? I ain't missed nothing. What the
But
text message?
but that's called having an accountability partner, a
So
accountability friend, and you need that, and that's where I fit in at, keeping y'all
I be
lives
looking, I be
together.
looking for, I be looking for this stuff. Like I got off at 4:30. I had to go pick up the grandbaby,
And
go
she
to her,
texting me.
and now they got two babies in there, and my wife is in there watching. I'm up, I'm right here with conditioner in my and gotta be up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go get this hair braided. But I'm gonna be on this networking call because I need the network to see what my sisters can help me with and what I can help.
Right.
Right.
No.
Because we gotta have each other back.
But and that's the key thing of that comes back to give a sister a hug, because I thought about we have to bring this sisterhood together because we don't need to sisters don't need to be against one another. We need to
Right.
all come together.
Thank you.
If Kim make money, all right, Kim, show me how to make that money. If Jennifer making money, show me. We all need to network together.
Can we make this money together?
Exactly. And we gotta have one another back. So
Thank
that's what I wanted to start off with. Just bring that sisterhood back because I have been told give a sister a hug ain't going nowhere.
Oh wow.
Because a sisterhood don't exist.
Oh
Which
wow.
makes me push more to make the show that it's not gonna go nowhere. We're gonna bring this sisterhood together. If I gotta use my bat and my stick, it's gonna happen.
thank you.
Well, I do
No,
want to
I
say
think that it's more like, um, can black women, this is always us,
Yes.
we get along
Right.
inside of a group, you know, and I think if we was, if you wasn't so busy and focused on what they're getting and be more focused on what you have to do for yourself to get what it is that you need accomplished. You
Exactly.
wouldn't hate on what your sister's doing.
Exactly.
but
Um, I have friends that do the same thing that I do, and I really look up to them. I go buy their treats. They come by with me. I don't hate on them.
Right, and we're not supposed to be doing that. We're
Um,
supposed to be backing each other up.
Cause I don't have time to think about, oh, let me see what it is. Cece's Treats is she's one of my little angels. I love her work.
Right.
You know, um, I watch Cake Wars like it's a movie.
Me
You know,
too. I can't bake though.
because I just love to see somebody else create. It's not the fact that like I just want to hate on that person, but
Hmm.
you know I think you can pick up on somebody's energy.
Right, you can.
You can tell when they really are just not trying to genuinely
right.
be your friend, like Erica, like
Right.
Keisha, like this group of women, you know what I mean?
Right.
um um Me and Keisha have been friends
Y'all don't have to be saying
for
Erica, like Erica be touching y'all so much, and y'all probably say, "Stop it! Get on my goddamn nerve." Always calling somebody.
Well, I
You
do
um
just
want
gotta say
to
it to my.
she's right here.
No, it
Yeah.
was it was it was I tried to text her and my text wasn't going through for me and she changed her number and then sent me.
Huh?
Shit happens.
Yeah. And I'm like, why am I texting you and it's not going through? Why I gotta be trying to hit you up on Instagram? Hashtag give us a star hug.
yeah, when she texted me with a new number, I was like, baby,
Oh
don't do
Lord, how we get on my new number?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
do
just
want to say one thing. I would like to say one thing.
Go ahead, Keisha, because I don't know what they on.
oh,
well, you were nice enough to say this is my new number, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like, who did you dump? I was like, who did you dump? Because usually when you dump somebody, you change your
That's
number. Was that?
sister. That's what happened. That's
Well,
what
I
happened.
must have got dumped.
I'm gonna tell her.
Oh, okay. Well, text me with it afterwards. But I do want to say, like, how can I say this? For me, the reason why it's so important for me to push is because of I have the three of my kids, and it's me, and it's they've I'm a constant of what they've seen. But I want to say along this line, Jennifer, you better look this way, Janice for Janice. One thing I will say is like over the years when I didn't have
You're not
Jennifer,
supposed to
she
do your
being
sister
good
that,
now.
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer, since she being good, she have helped me, and it's like when I did not have, she have always looked out, and so that's why I say when I get to where I want to be, hey, I want to look out for her. And then another thing too
We
that I
don't
want
want
to
to look out
say,
for her.
I want to publicly say is that you cannot take credit. You always have to acknowledge people that helped you along the way. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I want to say when I came on the show, Adrena's show, like afterwards, I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't cry because first of all, I did hood nigga makeup, my own makeup, so I didn't want to cry and mess it up. So Erica told me that, if you pick out a logo, I'll pay for it. And Miss Kim did it for me. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've
Cause we
never
sisters, we
Yes,
sisters.
yes. Because I've always had people like coming up, they be mean no matter how nice you are, they just super, super mean or whatever. Like people used to do things like it hurts, they'll call you like a house nigga and stuff like that, like
Mm-hmm.
cruel. Growing up, I had it cruel when I was growing up. So for
Y'all
me,
crazy.
when I come across like females and stuff, I'd be like, in my mind, are you gonna be mean or are you gonna be, can I, if are you going to do something to hurt me? And with
Right.
that being said, Jennifer knows something that happened that was really, really bad, that really hurt me with a family member. And so
Hmm.
that's why I appreciate when someone looks out for me because I never really had that. Like I had
So
it with
she kept on
Jennifer.
texting me, "Oh, thank you, Erica. I really appreciate it." Girl, get off my phone.
You say how many times you gonna say thank you?
She texted me about 3, 4 times. And I got it. It wasn't nothing. And really, I didn't do it to say I wanted the whole world to know that. I did it because that's just me sometimes. But don't get the other side of Erica. But that's just me. And she was passionate about it. So I was like, we all coming up and we all doing our thing. We all pitching little things on the wall to see if it stick. Hey, let me give her something to make that next move.
And
It wasn't nothing for me to say publicly. It was just
well,
for
that's
her
why
to
you
know.
introduced me because I ain't know nothing about no logo, no nothing like
But
that.
that was her come talk about, oh, my sister Erica got me a logo and this
Yo, you a little dumb dumb, huh? Like,
and then texting me like, "Oh, Erica, I appreciate it. I love you." She's crying, girl. We ain't doing all that. Like,
Girl, guess
what
what?
about
Don't feel bad. Keisha, don't feel bad because guess what? When I got off the phone with my first time, and she comes talking about, oh, once you ready, and after you send over here to the editor and this, that, and the third, oh, when you want to upload it,
I ain't helping y'all no more.
I'ma do the girl call me. I say, huh? Oh, because I already published mine and do.
I
I
ain't
said,
helping y'all no more.
all right,
That's for
sis, I hung up
2020.
that phone.
you made me
Girl,
cry?
I hung up
2021,
that
I ain't
phone.
helping none of y'all.
I
Yeah,
hung up that phone.
I'm
you
I
made
changing
me
got
my
to
cry.
my
phone
knees
number again.
and I was crying. I
We
don't
know
know.
where you
I
stay.
think in 41 years,
Anyway, Miss Kim,
I
where she live at?
I said Jesus, I don't know how many times.
So, that brings me to this question before, we leave. Because, I gotta go get on the prayer line. I gotta pray for y'all. Just like I gotta pray for myself.
Pray for me.
Yes. So, last question. What was one thing that inspired y'all, or one person, or one thing in your life that inspired y'all to do what y'all doing now?
My kids.
My grandmother. And it's like you know, I think that you can you can go through. I think that's the biggest trauma I really have went through.
Yes.
And it um when Keisha said I helped her, you know, that's only because somebody felt the need to come and help me, you know. Um I mean, I was between narcotics and alcohol, which I don't even think like my family understood, like
Mhm.
when my grandmother died, we have a funeral home, and there's a couple of people that's in that funeral home, you know, and you go view the body. Well, I sat next to my grandmother, like, and I talked to her like she was still here,
Right
and I was fine as long as she was
there.
above this earth. I know her body. It was just her shell, but I could still see her,
Right.
you know. And it's just kind of like when they sealed her casket. I was like, I have no idea what else to do. You know, this woman saw me take my first breath, and I seen her take her last.
Wow.
And you know, looking back now, I see how selfish I was because I had kids too
Right.
that needed me.
Mhm.
And I know now to focus, and I enjoy my life with them because that's something that she did tell me, you know, months before she died, was a funeral is meant for a celebration,
Right.
because she was
Mhm.
going home,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and a wedding is supposed to be serious, you know. Um, but I take this, her loss, and it took some time, but to find peace. And, this is what makes me do what I'm doing.
Right.
Because when it's quiet and I'm in a house, I can smell her,
Okay.
you
What's
know?
going
So, yeah, like when it's quiet and
I
I'm
said, wait, what's going
baking or
on?
I'm
whatever,
done.
it's like I feel that she's there with me, and
Mhm.
it brings a self peace,
Mhm.
you know? And um I guess that's just the reason why,
on?
I do what I do, you know. And it also made me aware of what my kids were going through, with the loss of their father. That's something that they haven't, gotten past.
Right.
So, tragedy can always bring back a better light if you
Right.
let it, you know. Um, and what you've done with Give a Sister a Hug, um, it's a good outlet, you know.
Yeah.
You can sit here and you can talk. We have an open, communication,
Judge free
you know.
zone, but y'all be judging all the time.
Oh, nigga.
You know,
This nigga here, I can't.
I'm
listen,
just saying,
listen, I mean, as everybody on here knows, with me, it is what it is. I don't
Never
sugarcoat it for
on
nobody,
time.
and I don't have time to wear no mask. I am never on time. I don't even think I was on time when I was born. I think my mama said I was late. So
Mm-mm.
if I came out house late, you know I'm not gonna be on
Hmm.
You over there listening to Jodeci in your head or something?
Must have been.
time.
You up there? Look, you must be listening to Jodeci in your head or something, huh? How you rubbing back and forth?
You know, I always rock. If I sit for a while, I rock. I do that in the car. I just rock.
Special people rock.
Oh, and then on top of that, I did not come back from a football game until like 12:30 last night, and I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to bake. Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, Kim, tell us what inspired you, who or what inspired you to do what you do.
Yeah, come on, tell us your faces, all them faces you've
I'm
been
telling
making.
she must be with the group changing face.
You're right, right. All them changes and poses. Come on, we listening.
We here for it.
Well, uh,
You've been a distraction.
Sometime tonight.
well, I was listening to Jen, and when she was talking about her grandmother, and that's why I said, "What the hell is going on here?" And the reason why I said that because tomorrow will be 12 years since my mother has left this earth,
Hmm.
and I'm just like, okay, what's it's a reason of all this going on. I just don't know what it is, and I'm getting that little ring, the little tingling and shit going on,
No, we don't know what all that is
and
back
I'm
there
maybe I got the it, I don't know. Um, but
at
I'm
your
like, what?
W.
But I do what I do because it's needed. Yes, I was in. I try not to talk about myself because when I listen to everybody's story, my story don't compare to everybody else. Everybody else's story is worse than mine. So it's like I don't even tell my story because it's just really for me. It's some little BS, and we just gonna keep on going. You know what I mean? So I do it because I have friends, sisters, cousins, them that
That girl say sister cousin in there.
well it
Nim,
was sister, cousin, and them.
Nim.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's dealt with domestic violence, and then you know not having a place for them to go. But
Right,
I noticed in the black community, we don't go to a facility.
right,
We go over at tiny house and we go hide out over there for a little while.
right,
To
And
the
then we
scene clear.
right. And then when he done, then we go back on home.
right.
But that's where we need to change the narrative
Right.
because it's happening in the black community.
And
And
that's where
we in
Sister
the
Kim
black
come in
community
at.
need to talk about it. And we need to change that.
Mm-hmm.
We, counseling. It's okay to talk to somebody. Hell, I talk to somebody. Sometimes I talk to myself.
We saw you in
Me
that background
too.
talking to yourself
I've
out the
been
window.
to therapy too myself, so
Well, sometimes you don't know it, but when you're talking to other people, they your
My
therapist
therapist
too.
quit.
I just don't charge y'all. I'm just saying, but I be got therapists too. But I do this because it's something that's needed, and I'm tired of seeing our black community
Right,
pushed to the back
right,
because we don't
Right,
matter to them, but we do
right,
matter.
right.
And I need for everybody to know that their voice needs to be heard.
right.
So that's kind of why I do it. Flip hairs.
Monica.
Okay, so the reason why I do it or what originally inspired me to actually do something was originally I was inspired to help you to get out there and start talking to you and mentor them. That's originally what I started doing. And that was because I didn't have anybody to do that for me, and I knew what I wanted. But as I started to think about why I was doing what I was doing and why I wanted to tell my story, is because I knew that eventually my story would heal someone else. And what my story is different from a lot of other women who have been through. domestic violence because I had to, in my healing process and in writing my book, I had to become accountable for the things that I also did in the situation. Because in telling my story, I also have to let them know that my abuser can also claim himself as a victim because I there were times that I initiated things as well. You know what I'm saying? So there were situations like that. And in turn too, because when I grew up, I always said being a teen mom times two, being on your own at 17, graduating at 20, I was always told I wasn't never gonna do nothing. I wasn't never gonna do nothing. I was everything else but what I'm going to be and what I'm doing now. So I do what I do because I want to help people and I've always wanted to help people, especially the youth. I don't care what color you are, what background you come from, and I've always wanted to be a woman to help other women. I love to see other women succeed. Now, if you can't take the tools that I give you and go somewhere with it, that ain't my problem. But it's just for the naysayers. All you who said I wasn't gonna do it and I ain't gonna do it and I can't, this for y'all. This for all y'all. And my kids. My daughter watches me. If you see her, I didn't even know it. If you see her Instagram, she's posted twice today about I guess Cardi B put something up on her Instagram about her hitting. She the one that do the hitting in her and Offset relationship.
Wow.
And my daughter put, "Wow, and this is okay." Hashtag this is abuse. And then there was another thing she put up where a lady called the police on her ex-husband because he was stalking her, and the police wouldn't do anything about it. So it's like the youth, because my daughter was in my youth program. The youth, they hear me when I go out and speak to them because that's why I started speaking my domestic violence story. I started with youth because, as Kim said, it started with them.
Hmm.
So they're hearing, they're absorbing what I am telling them.
Right.
So they're my reason. All of my kids come back and tell me, why they don't hang with this group or why they left this boy or why they didn't talk to him or this girl. They're my why. That is why I do it, because those kids come back and tell me their stories or they tell me straight up, Miss Monica, you inspire me.
Hmm.
Mm. So save the best for last. Must
Yes,
say.
Miss Erica.
So
What or who inspired you?
Good petty for.
um
You ain't even let me go.
You said your kids.
I ain't
You
said a
went
why.
first.
I ain't said a why.
oh wait a minute.
Mm. We thought you said why, girl. Wait
I'm
a minute.
telling y'all, she said my kids. And I said, okay, well hey. We ain't gonna take the time from you, sis.
Well, my kids, and the reason why I'm gonna say my kids is because when I became handicapped and everything, and I couldn't help myself, when you're with somebody like legally married, you say these vows and stuff, but it don't always work out. So everybody is not for through sickness and in health and all of this good stuff.
Right.
So basically I learned that fast, meaning after I had surgery, I literally had hang on to my extra person's neck because I couldn't sit on a toilet and pee. It had to drip down. So I
Wow.
needed help getting out the tub and everything. Like, when I asked, could you help me get out the tub? Man, come on. So I just stayed dirty. So the things that I could get help with, my children helped me. Like they helped me go to the bathroom. Sometimes I peed on myself. If my clothes, you know how humiliating it is to use the bathroom, your clothes fall down, you can't get it yourself because you can't help yourself. So you got to ask your children to pull up your pants and stuff,
Mhm.
to brush my teeth.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, at one point I could lay in the bed, but if I tilted over, I couldn't pull myself up. I couldn't even pick up my covers and stuff like that. So they the ones that never gave up on me. And the one thing that I'm gonna say, especially my two boys, like going to the school and stuff. Jennifer knows this because she's been there the whole journey. I walk with the walker with the tennis balls, then eventually I graduated to the walker with the wheels and stuff, then eventually I graduated to the cane, and now I just use the cane when I have to walk the dog, but I still walk with a limp and my balance is not all that great. But what I'm saying is my kids, because they never gave up on me. And it's like, do you know how hard it is being like 8 and 9 years old, and the other
Mhm.
one in high school and stuff. And then on top of
Mm.
that, when I got hurt with my back and my knee, I also had two, they say 6 centimeter tumors, but I had to get a C-section cut across my stomach, and
Wow.
it ended up being 8 centimeters, both of them. I lost my left ovary, and it ended up being non-cancerous. But coming from out of the hospital after staying those 3 days and 2 nights,
Mhm.
got home, I was crying because I was like, look at this. This is a fucking shame. The apartment still look a wreck and stuff. You know what my 8-year-old son told me? Mama, just tell me what to do and I'll help you wash the clothes. This is straight out of the hospital from a C-section cut. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. They never gave up on me when we went without. Like, he had to end up moving by my mom's house because of, he didn't want to move. It's so much of stuff that we ended up losing out on. Like I said, Jennifer even, was willing to offer us a place to stay and stuff. So it's like a lot of things she's witnessed. So that's why I say, when I make it big, I want to make sure that they're taken care of because there's so much that they went through. There's no way
Yeah.
they had to act like fucking men at 8 and 9 years old and shit like that.
But they
That's
never
why
give up on you.
Right, and that's why I pushed myself so hard with Closet Talk and with everything that I said that I was gonna do. Like, just push myself really hard. My son asked today, so what do you plan on doing next? I said, I can't tell you. And the reason why I said I can't tell you is because Jennifer knows this one. He's easily manipulated, my younger one. you know,
Okay.
if the extra person talked to him, he could find out different things from him. So that's why I say a lot of things when I tell you I'm gonna get back to you on it. I'll let you know. I'm not telling you that to be mean. It's just I want to keep certain things under wraps because I plan on building a legacy for them, and they deserve it. They
Wow.
never should went through
Yeah.
half the shit that they went through. But
But
I'm sorry,
they,
y'all.
but that's all right. But they didn't give up on you. So I'm
Right.
glad they. I'm glad. But the person who motivate me the most is my mom. Like my mom, as y'all all know, I take care of my mama, and even down even down to my book. Doing my book. It was my mama. A lot of it was her. Like my mama in a wheelchair, and I know sometimes it's hard for her, but I do a lot for her. Even down to my record label. My record label is basically my daddy. That's something I did for my dad. But my book and everything else that I do is for my mama, to show my mama that whenever she get ready to close her eyes, I'm gonna be all right.
Yes.
So everything that I do is for my mom, like, cause I know that times she's in a wheelchair. I know it's times that she may feel like she's not there for me physically of doing things when I'm going out to do things. I know it's hard for her to accept that, but every time I get up, this is everything is for my mom. Like she motivates me. I get on her nerves. It's true, but you know, but everything. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but it is for my mom, So I do a lot of what I do is for my mama, and I have to keep going, even working. Kim, leave me alone. But that's all to the not to the max, but the journey. Give us a sister a hug, and all my books. She even made fun of me on my new book, but that's okay. But she gonna be like, "Oh, that's my baby."
Right.
But that's okay. We gonna let her have that. But everything that I do is for my mom. So whenever the day of tomorrow that she closes her eyes,
Yes.
she know that I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So,
Where is Jennifer busting man?
huh?
Look like Jennifer want to rock back and forth and holler,
All
amen,
right,
amen.
well, I know that. I see that because I'm walking backwards and forward too, but that's okay. But I want to say thank y'all, ladies, for taking time out y'all busy of coming on here and sharing what y'all have going on for 2020 and 2021. You know, we're gonna make the best of this. I know the pandemic has been hard on all of us and it have turned a lot of our lives ups and down, but you know, we're gonna get through this. So as I always say, know that y'all not alone. Cause I'm here with y'all. Oh yeah, and I just copyright You're Not Alone. So that's for Erica, and I own that. So know that y'all not alone. Author Erica here with y'all. I love y'all. And if nobody ain't tell y'all today, y'all awesome. Y'all amazing. And I do love y'all from the bottom of my heart. So y'all have a good night. And thanks for tuning in. I love y'all.
Love y'all.